talk to me about what a free Iran looks like for America, because obviously there's the America only aspect of America first. And those people make a pretty convincing argument when they talk to you. Oh, I want this for our roads and our streets and our schools and this and that. And I'm not sending my son to die over there. You're like, okay, got it. Then there's the America first means what's best for America. And a free Iran means cheaper oil, no leverage for China and Russia. And they make that whole argument. They're the number one funders of terror over there. What does a free Iran look like for America?
Probably the same thing as Venezuela, where Maduro got whacked and he'll never see the light of day again. And then Trump allowed his sub-government to take over. But the caveat was you got to do what America says. So there's no American ambassador in Caracas. It's run by the CIA. And the CIA tells the Venezuelans, you're going to do this. And the Venezuelan goes, okay. That's what it would look like in Iran. Okay. They would put people in, all right, maybe some people from the outside, I'm not sure, but it would be run by the United States. And then you have a domino effect. So if Iran isn't sending guns and weapons to Hamas anymore, Hamas dissolves, Hezbollah dissolves, Houthis dissolve. All of that goes away, which is a boon for the world, which is why the EU, a couple of weeks ago, declared Iran a terrorist state. And that's what the president's going to use to go in unilaterally, despite some Congress people wanting him to get congressional approval and all that. So he's going to say, look, it's a terrorist state. Everybody knows it. Even the EU says it. So we have the power to take them out because of what happened on 9/11.
Why doesn't he just let Israel do it? A lot of people have said Netanyahu wants to go in. We've been stopping them. If Americans don't want to see it, they don't want boots on the ground, why don't we just get out of the way for those of us who are very opposed?
Well, because Iran has ballistic missiles aimed right at Jerusalem and Tel Aviv, so
okay, so
they're not going to be. It's not going to be a great outcome.
I understand.
Israel's a tiny country. It's a defensive country. It doesn't have any capacity to take out a much larger country, Iran.
I did not know that. Okay, historically, can you help me understand this? Supposedly, Hillary Clinton, and I say this supposedly because maybe I'm getting it wrong, Hillary Clinton allowed the Iranians to have uranium, of course, under the pretense of turning on the lights. Then Obama apparently, allegedly, sent planes filled with cash, apparently to placate them, and Biden then removes all restrictions. Is this true? And if so, why? Why?
Hillary wasn't involved. That was John Kerry, Secretary of State, who was a real villain. And they wanted to make a deal. President Obama wanted to make a deal with the Iranians that they would tamp down their nuke program and stop funding terrorism. And the deal was, we'll allow frozen money, because that's part of the sanctions against Iran, that their money in banks outside the country was frozen.
Okay.
They didn't have access to it. So we'll allow money that was frozen to go back to you, but you knock off the terrorism and the nuke programs. And Iran said, sure, that sounds like a great deal.
Okay.
And then didn't live up to the deal. What a surprise.
Right.
And then when Biden came in, Biden carried on the Obama charade. I don't know. They were certainly naive, both administrations, to believe that the mullahs would do anything. All they wanted was the cash. And then they turned the cash around and sent it to Hamas to kill Jews. So, you're sitting there. I have a pretty realistic view of the world. It's not a partisan view or a party view. I know these people. I wrote Confronting Evil. Ayatollah Khomeini is on a cover. I know how these people think. I mean, they're never going to live up to anything. And, Trump wants a deal, and the deal is very specific because we would have to be verified every step of the way.
All right, guys, if you like this clip and you want to watch the full episode, click here. And if you want more content like this, you can subscribe to the show by clicking here.